Welcome back to the next video. In today's video I will show you how to record any audio inside your React Native application, create a file for that audio, stop that recording and play that audio and pause that audio. uh, so yeah, let's get started. So I have created a React Native application, and of course I will be using the new architecture. So if you want to enable the new architecture, so for Android just search for new arc enabled. This should be in the gradle.properties and you have to make this as true. So here you can see I have already made it. And for iOS you have to open your terminal, cd to your iOS directory and then run this command. This will enable the new architecture. Now we will be using turbo modules. I have covered this many a times in my videos, so I won't go to the documentation, but you can refer to the documentation. So I am just following the steps from documentation. So what we have to do first is that go to the main Android folder, go to build.gradle. First add this Kotlin version as well as this class path. Next go to app build.gradle, and here you have to add this apply plugin Kotlin Android, as well as you have to add this Kotlin standard lib of implementation. Once that is done, you have to create first this rtn my permissions folder. This folder is specifically for Android because we require the audio permission first. So before that, go to Android, go to src main android manifest.xml and add this record audio permission as well. So this is required. Okay, so first create rtn my permissions folder. Inside that Android folder, first I have created this build.gradle file. I copy pasted everything from docs, only added this Kotlin Android. The namespace is different, as well as this Kotlin standard lib implementation has been added. Next created this respective folders. Inside that you have to create my permissions module.kt, and here what we are actually doing is that we are basically asking for this record audio permission. And once we ask this record audio permission, it will shift the focus to main activity.kt, where we have to handle this permission, which I will come back in later point of time. So next go to my permission package.kt. Again this has been copied from docs, only thing change is this file name over here. So my permission module and all that stuff, everything else remains the same. Okay, uh, what else? Next go to Android, open this Android folder. Inside Android Studio, go to Java, and you have to first convert this Java file main activity.java file to a Kotlin file. So there is a feature in Android Studio which converts Java to Kotlin. You can just google it, it should be at the top of your Android Studio, like build convert Java to Kotlin file. Once that is done, you have to add this bit of code because we need to handle this record audio permission. Next you have to override this method, and once the user give the permission, if permission is granted, we send the result as true, otherwise we send it as false. And this is the method to handle this permissions to check whether permission was granted or not. Okay, once this is done, again we will come back to rtn my permissions. So we are done with Android folder. Next go to js, create this file, and here we are asking for, actually this method name is wrong because I have copy pasted it from my previous code. This should be asked for audio permission something, but the method name is fine. The implementation details matter. Everything else is copied from the docs, only this file name has been changed. Next inside package.json, everything copied from docs, only this name has been changed, this has been changed, this pod spec file as well as this rtn my permission spec has been changed, and this Java package name has been changed. Next we have to create a pod spec file. Again this is not really necessary because we won't be using it in iOS, but I have created it any which ways. Copy pasted everything from docs, only this name has been changed. Okay, next you have to create rtn my audio recorder. First Android build.gradle, again copy pasted everything from docs, added this apply plugin Kotlin Android. This namespace has been changed and Kotlin standard lib has been added. Next inside src main, created the respective folder. Again this has been copied pasted from docs, only this file name has been changed at appropriate code, appropriate lines. Next in my audio recorder module.kt, so first of all we have to create a media recorder as well as a media player, and this is the file name. So we are saving that file inside our internal cache directory, that is internal storage. And now to save a recording, like to start a recording and save it, we have to first a media recorder object. Then we are setting the audio source as mic, and the audio format is 3 underscore gpp. Then we are sending the output file name, and the audio encoder is amr underscore np, and then prepare, and it automatically starts recording. Like, we have to write start as well. Now to stop the recording, you have to do recorder dot apply stop and release, and recorder equal to null. Now to play the recording, media player dot apply, we have to create media player object. Set data source, we have to just pass the file name, prepare start, and it plays the audio. If you want to stop the audio from playing at any point of time, you have to do player dot release and player equal to null, and you have to write this rtn my audio recorder companion object as well. Okay, so once that is done, we are done with Android. Go to JS. I have created this file, and here you can see again copy pasted everything from docs. Only this file name has been changed, and I have created 4 methods for. One is start, and this save recording will start the recording as well as save it. The stop recording will stop the recording. Play will play the recording, and stop will stop playing the recording. Okay. Next, package.json, again copy pasted everything from docs. This file name has been changed. This has been changed. This has been changed, as well as this has been changed. Rest everything else is same. And in podspec, again copy pasted everything from docs. Only this name has been changed. Okay, so that's it for Android. Now coming back to, I think that should be it for Android. Now coming back to iOS, open the main iOS folder inside Xcode. And first of all, what you have to do, inside info.plist, you have to add this microphone usage description. Next, create a Swift file called my audio recorder, which will create a bridging header, and click it as yes. Xcode will ask you for that. Next, you have to create this header file, and again I have copy pasted this from docs. Only this name has been changed, and this has been changed. Next, you have to create an Objective C++ file. Again copy pasted most of it from docs. We are referring this our header file, and this should be your bridging header name. So here you can see my bridging header name is my app2 dash bridging dash header. So whatever is the name, so my app2 dash swift.h should be common for everyone. Only this will be changed depending on whatever your bridging header name is. Again, this has been copied from docs, name has been changed, and here we are initializing our Swift file, and again this has been copied from docs. Only this name has been changed, and we are overriding the play, save recording, stop and stop recording, and here we are calling those respective files from our Swift respective methods from our Swift file. Now we will go to our Swift file. So first of all, you have to import AV Foundation and extend these two things. Then this is for recording session, and this is for audio recorder, and this is for player. Now inside save recording, we are first creating the recording session, and here we are actually requesting the permission for audio. So once that is allowed, then we start recording, and then recording file name is recording.m4a. Now even I don't know this, like I have copy pasted everything this from Hacking with Swift. Okay, so yeah, now this does all the recording stuff for us. Now to stop the recording, you have to write this. To play the recording, we have to first get that file, and once we get that, we can play it like this. And to pause it, we will use this code, and this is helper method for getting the file from document directory. Okay, next what you have to create, you have to create this prefix header. So just right click, new file, and just search for pch, and it will create this next, and give it a name as prefix header. I already have it. Okay, also make sure the extension for this Objective C file is .mm and not just .m, otherwise you will face issue. Now inside prefix header, you just have to import this. This is because we are using AV Foundation from Objective C to Swift, so that because of that compatibility issues, we require all of this. Now go to your my app, go to build settings, and just search for Apple C. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to come over here, Apple CLang language. You have to make this precompile prefix header as yes, and inside prefix header you have to write the name of your prefix header.pch. Just double click on it and type it manually, prefix header.pch or whatever the file name is. Okay, and I hope you have added this permission as well. Next, go to app.tsx. Okay, now open the terminal. Open terminal inside the root of your React Native project. First you have to run this. Okay, then you have to run this, then you have to do cd dot dot. It will move you outside your React Native project, and then you have to run this command. But here the thing which you have to change is this should be your root project name. So here you can see my root project name is myapp2 or React Native project name, and React Native project name and React Native project name. So this is for RTN my audio recorder. Same thing you have to do for RTN my permission as well. So here I will show you. All you have to do is this. Okay, so that will create CodeGen for iOS. Now what you have to do is you have to cd to the main Android folder and then run this command .gradle/. So this will create CodeGen for Android. And now close your Xcode in case if it is open, cd to the main iOS directory, and then you have to run this command. So once you run this, it will create pod file for RTN my audio recorder as well. Okay, now how to use it. What I have done is that I have first imported RTN my recorder and RTN my permission. Now I have created one variable for permission. If it is Android, then it is false, otherwise for iOS it is by default true. Now for Android I have to ask the audio recorder permission. Okay, so I'm calling this method. Again, the method name is wrong slightly, but the implementation details matter. Now once I get any callback, I am setting the permission to whatever the callback has been received. It is mostly true if you accept it. And this is for removing all listeners. Now I have created 4 touchable opacity buttons. So first one is for saving the recording or starting and saving the recording. If permission is granted, then save the record. It calls the save recording method. Similarly, stop recording, playing the recording, and stop playing. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.